Okay, this is going to be talking about rolling patterns. Now, as infants, one of the milestones is when you place a baby face up and you come in the next morning, the baby's face down, they reached a milestone. Now you can do it the opposite way, putting them face down, they wind up face up. These are motor control issues that they develop over time. And we have a tendency to lose as we get into adulthood, much like on the other pattern, like a deep squat pattern. So rolling patterns help to reinstall those ingrained patterns that we've had since we were, or we should have since we were children. So one of the things that you can do is you can go face down to face up. And when we do that, this is what happens. Whichever direction you're rolling in, this holds true for either face up or face down rolling. The side that you're rolling towards, the arm will be up and out of the way so we can log roll over that arm, all right? If I'm going face down to face up and I want to go right to left, then I will take my arm, put it out to the side. I will always use my head as a driver of the motion. So I will lift my head, turn my head, reach my arm, and try to actually turn all the way over, and that's going to be a rolling pattern. What you don't want to do is you don't want to have a lot of activity in your legs. So I'm not pushing into the floor, I'm not using this for ballast, I'm not squeezing. I almost want to pretend like I'm paralyzed from my waist down. So it's just a head lift, a head turn, an arm, and it's not an arm fling, because then you're using momentum and inertia. You want to just control the movement. So it's head lift, head turn, and rotate, rotate, rotate until you do the actual flip. So that's supine to prone. That was prone to supine. The next is going to be supine to prone. So here's how this one works. From the supine position, again, I'm going to be rolling in this direction, which means that my arm on this side has to do what? That is up over my head. So that way I can log roll around it. Some videos I've seen show this knee and this elbow touching, and then you're going to actually roll just from that position. But I also like this one where this arm is up in the air. You're going to lift your head, turn your head, and you're going to come across just like that until you actually complete the roll. Now, if you could pretend like your butt cheek on this side is velcroed to the floor, you might actually have an easier time, because people sometimes will just roll like a board, but that's not how it's supposed to work. You're supposed to articulate the spine. So from this position, a head lift, head turn, and then using the muscles of your core, trying to roll your body over to this side. Remember, keeping those legs, hips, thighs, anything from the waist down, keeping those as quiet as possible. Those are our rolling patterns.